추억도 의미 없이 내게 넌 사라지고 이쯤에도 I can let you go 그 말이 다인 거니 한마디만 남기고 후회하며 let me know 그래 나 솔직하게 다 말할래 너는 매일 어떤 사람 어떤 곳에 몇 번씩이나 뭘 하는지 널 생각
Let's get it together. I'm also getting, I don't know what's happening with my voice, but not a great way to start the year. I'm not going to let it get us down though. I thought the best way of doing this whole get it together thing is, what's one thing that always makes me feel like I've got it together, and that is coming to the gym. So I only slept for 6 hours and 6 minutes last night. That's coming in the future, I guess. But I'm here in the gym. It's the first official work day of the year and I still have Apple Fitness Plus. So I'm going to do something on Apple Fitness Plus and then get into my second run of Couch to 5k, and I think that's a pretty good way to get going. So I will let you know what's going on at some point. Oh, I'm getting old, guys. The knees are aching. I also forgot to wear my knee straps, but I'm hoping it's going to be fun. I'm going to apologise in advance for the shaky camera, but it is what it is. So I feel like it's important to say that this episode, did my voice just, yeah, sorry, I don't know what's going on with that. But this episode here is about focusing on priorities and creating a plan and finding like what's actually important and helpful and what I want to do versus what I need to do. So that's the theme. Sometimes what you need isn't actually what you want, and sometimes what you want isn't actually what you need. So I'm using this first week of 2025 to like figure it out. Mainly, but we'll see what's actually happening. Kende hunde ki like nama saal, like don't make the same mistakes as you made last year. ਮੈਨੂੰ इदा तो नहीं पता जो मैं पिछले साल कोई गलतियाँ की हैं. In my opinion, I didn't have like many or any regrets, but फिर भी मैं चाहती हूँ कि आह जरा मोरला साल आना है 2024 तो भी ज़्यादा बढ़िया लगे, and I want the same for you guys. So let's just all have a better 2025 together. My camera's not having a good time with it though. Oh. So I'm using the first week of this year. So today's the 2nd of January. I'm not really counting yesterday because it's New Year's and it kind of just like rolls over. But I'm basically using this first week to figure out what it is that I want the rest of my year to look like and create like a list of bigger goals and then maybe break them down into smaller goals to like what's actually achievable, because it's like, what do I need, what do I want to do, and like life's too short and yada 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 to be doing the things that you don't actually need or you don't want to do. So I'm also hoping that like by putting like all of this at the front end of the year, I'm going to beat January blues, feel super productive. But देखते हैं करके कुछ भी हो सकता है. हो सकता है कि अगले अगर मैं शुरू करा and then I don't finish it, but I'm hoping that that's not what happens. Oh. But essentially what we're trying to do is to not be an NPC in my own life and have main character mode activated, and the first thing I'm going to do is actually quite an NPC action, which is I have a bunch of like clothes that have come up from the washing that I mean they only came up yesterday, but I need to put them away. And so I'm thinking tidy environment, tidy mind. My environment's not looking so tidy right now. I mean, it's not too bad because I did do a bit of a clean before Christmas, but you know how things just kind of tumble out of control. That's where my life's at. So here is just another brown girl trying to get her life together, but I kind of already know that it's never going to feel like your life's together because it always happens, right? The benchmark's always moving, but let's hope that I can. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about anymore. Let me put my clothes away and then probably shower because that's probably a good thing to do. I've made a little list of things that a little list of things that I need to do today. Hopefully a lot of them are achievable. So I'm going to carve out time to do those, but let's not procrastinate because that is a terrible way to start the year and bring on 2025. I think it's going to be like weekly check-in vibes. I don't really know. Just, yeah, look at it.
Lost without you, baby. I wish you would love me again. No, I don't want nobody else. I wish you could love me again.
Do you want to know what just happened to me? I just filmed this whole 8-minute long clip on Photo Booth and it did that thing again where like the file's not available, so that's really annoying, but I'm just going to tell you what I've done. I needed to order some things from Amazon, so I did that. I needed to order some Pilates socks because my Pilates studio does sell the socks, but they're quite pricey and I just think I want more than one pair, so I just ordered those. And I ordered a balloon arch. It was a bit of a decision. I was trying to decide if I wanted to buy the hoop, then I was like, where am I going to put the hoop? So I'm not doing that now, but I have ordered the balloon stuff to make the arch, and hopefully everything just works out. And then I was like, oh, do I need to buy some flowers? But I think I might go and physically buy those either on Friday and hide them in wherever, or pick them up on Saturday morning. And yeah, that's about it for now. I'm trying to decide if I'm a little bit hungry. I might love that I've managed to say everything that I said in the other 8-minute clip in 1 minute now, so maybe it was the universe trying to tell me, hun, this is a year where you need to get your together, so we don't need to talk for 8 minutes. I won't be sorry. I won't be sore about the fact I lost the clip now.
I wish you would love me again. No, I don't.
So I decided that like I was a bit hungry but not that hungry, so मैं अंडे उबाले 4 बहुत लग गया. I'm very impatient and it was getting to me, but I think they're going to be cooked okay. I'll show you in a second. And then I just made a hazelnut coffee because I needed something to soothe my throat, so that's why it's hot and not iced, because I probably shouldn't be drinking anything iced. But also I wanted to like eat something proteinated, because one of my priorities for this year is like health and happiness, I guess. So trying to increase my protein intake, and as a vegetarian who doesn't really like dal that much, ande was the only way forward for me. I don't really like ande that much either, but it's okay. This mixed with some dal, some rajma, some soya, some tofu, like whatever, should be fine. We'll see. But yeah, one of my priorities. The thing is, I don't want to fall off, so what I'm trying to do is be subtle with my changes and not make like drastic ones. So like I made coffee, but I'm not just drinking it back. I put hazelnut cream in it. Let's see how the year goes. I want to be disciplined but not restrictive. Yeah, I like that. Let's go with that. Okay, so I'm doing my 2025 bingo card and actually putting stuff on there. The one that I have found is a 4x4 one, but then there's also 5x5. So I think I might go with the 5x5 because I've got 19 things already, so I can just add a couple more. And so I'm going to do it and then take you through my bingo card a little bit later on. I'm on my, sorry for the terrible angle, but I'm on my way to just return a parcel on Vinted. But I thought that I could just hop on a little bit and like hop on basically like I'm always hopping on. I'm on my way, parcel morn. So मैं सोचा कि may as well continue my little gup shop or my little spiel from earlier. So the priorities that I'm prioritizing this year, I think I said a little bit earlier, but it's like health and happiness kind of are the two keywords, I guess, that I'm going to be focusing on. And a lot of my bingo card, but just in general, like plans for the year and everything, I want to focus on that as well. And I think that like creating a list of priorities, like right at the start of the year and pretty early on is like really important, because otherwise I feel like I could spend the whole rest of the year procrastinating or kind of wandering aimlessly and, like I said, being an NPC. So that's why I decided that if I set my priorities straight early, that will be a good sign or a good idea. So that's what I've done. I've created a list. Let's see how it all goes. But essentially what I'm trying to say is that तुसी भी करो, get your priorities in line and decide what you want to focus on this year. It can be one thing or a few things, whatever. But get it done basically. So this was, I guess, step one of me trying to get it together and break all the rules, but not break the rules, break the boundaries, I suppose, because I don't know about you guys, but I've said it a few times before, being a brown person, a Sikh Punjabi girl, but like being born and raised in England, so having that sort of like mix of na tusi uddar ya, na tusi uddar ya, like you don't really like have a space for you. I'm trying to create that space for me now, because I remember like when I was at school, or not even at school, even now, like when I'm at work, whatever, like some of the like people who haven't had to go through the same experiences, like if they're parents, if they're not like first generation, second generation, or even third generation, like they're, as in like, I feel like I'm not explaining this properly, but like if their parents originally aren't culturally from the UK, or their grandparents aren't, there's like this whole like balance game that you're constantly playing and you're constantly having to deal with it. And I think like if you haven't had to grow up in that environment, you don't know about it, and you don't know about the different like politics, like whether it's family politics, cultural politics, even religious politics, like whatever it is, like people don't understand. Like for example, some people might not understand like the fact that I live in such a big, like I don't have any like actual siblings, but like I live with like my cousins, and obviously that's not like a very Western thing to do. And
and like other stuff. Like when I was younger, like I wasn't really like going out with my friends or anything, like after school or in the weekends and stuff like that. Like my family's response would usually be, you see them at school, why do you need to see them again? Like I feel like I'm sort of in that mindset now, that like I understood why they did it, but like would I do it? Probably not in the same way. Anyway, I feel like I've kind of gone off on a tangent now, because this wasn't what I was originally going to talk about in this episode, but started talking about it now. But I will see you soon. I said that, sorry, I lost my voice completely now. Well, not completely, but kind of. It's when I get to a certain like pitch, it just goes, if I speak deep, you can kind of hear me. But as soon as I start trying to speak a bit higher, it's gone. But in an effort to prioritize health, I'm going to the dentist today. I mean, I had this book beforehand, but look, they've like vacuum packed some.
Why did you have to have